Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 77. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's going to be a random set of affairs on this side of the internet. As always, what do we find? A bunch of random stuff, maybe some conspiracies, aliens, Satan stuff, maybe even some stores. I don't really know. It's always random, as you can... Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to another Sunday of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 77. As always, the sites you're going to see today are random, so we might find a whole plethora of different kind of stuff, or maybe thematically one set of things. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Deep Web Browsing, 77 episodes in, and let's see what Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to Deep Web Browsing, episode number 77. Another Sunday, another session of browsing the danker side of the internet. As always, the sites you're going to see here today are random, so you might find a plethora of goodies, or thematically, one episode featuring a bunch of similar things. But regardless, I hope you enjoy today's video, and I hope some of the videos here shock you, spook you, and excite you, and entice you, and make you giggle. But ultimately, I hope you have a lot of fun watching this episode of Deep Web Browsing. With that intro out of the way, let's go into our very first website. So here is Frank's Pizza and fucking Chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you find weird conspiracies, sometimes you find military companies, sometimes you find criminals and hitmen. I think this is the first fucking time I have ever uncovered a fucking pizza and chicken shop on this side of the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put that straight for you. This is Frank's Pizza and Chicken, available at 4 locations: Millvale, Shaler, Troy Hill, and Ross. All right, I don't know where any of these places are, but apparently this is Frank's Pizza and Chicken. All right, our dough and sauce are made from fresh every day. The same quality recipe for over 40 years, dude. 40 years! Call in your order today, speedy delivery. Text Frank's to 91944 for great offers. Scroll down for the original cool website menu. Call and say you like it. Steelers. Oh, okay, all right, makes sense. Okay, wait, let me open it all up. So, okay. All right, yeah. Well, this is so weird. I don't even know what to fucking say. It's not like, it's like we're making our fucking meat out of humans or some shit. It's an actual legitimate pizza store. I have to fucking look at this. Yeah, let me open up here. Pittsburgh Steelers. This page intended, it's such an old style website too. Page intended to help Pittsburgh Steelers fans everywhere keep in touch with their favorite team. They're really a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, dude. All right, interesting enough. But let's go see. Pizza of the month is buffalo chicken. I wonder if this actually gets updated. So they're selling buffalo chicken pizza. They got a very interesting gif of like each slice going out. Cute. Traditional hand tossed pizza, 16 inches, like $10, $8, $4.99 for 10 inch. This actually doesn't seem like it's really fucking expensive too. This seems like legitimately decent prices. Variety of Frank's toppings: pepperoni, extra cheese, sausage. All right, your standard fucking shit on a pizza, right? Like, I'm actually looking through this to see if there's nothing weird like fucking dead, like day old Cambodian meat. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's just like where I'm at right now. It's just it's just your standard pizza store. What the fuck is this? Why? They've got a square pizza. Then they got it's cool to be square. Oh my god, so fucking vintage. It's like even the back is so pretty. It's like, yeah, it's a repeat, but it's not. It's like good repeat. It's like they don't even pass it off. They've got buffalo chicken. Their famous pizza, the Diablo steak pizza. You're gonna be fucking shitting fire after that, I think. Then they got some fucking chicken, your roasted chicken right there. Chicken wings, Frankie bites. They even got like photos and everything. They got like gifts and shit. They got like Lord of the Ring fucking gifts for this. What is this, dude? What? Frank's wing sauces, homemade breadsticks. It's like he just gave some HTML fucking student their first attempt and they were just like, let's make all the fucking effects we could. Stuffed pizza roll, calzones, the garden. Man, they sell a whole lot of shit. Hoagies. They got a drive-by scene straight up Colonel Sanders and fucking Ronald McDonald getting shot up by a Burger King. What the fuck is this? Fast food abuse, let them battle it out. What the fuck is this, Frank? What is this shit? You're gonna let the big restaurants kill each other, and you're gonna rise from the ashes? That's some fucking diabolical shit, dude. No thanks if it's not Frank's. Frank's Movie Munchies. So apparently you can watch movies while you're eating at Frank's. What are you? Wait, you guys. Wait, please tell me you got like some Pulp Fiction going on. Oh my god, it's so weird. Look at that Arnold. Holy shit, that is my fucking nightmare for the week, dude. No, this is my nightmare. What in the fuck? The Shining with the Burger King. I'm done, dude. We get all the munchies with movies. You know what? This is really fucking weird. 111,000 pizzas everyone ate. Okay. Site brought to you by Pinball Perfection. Yeah, they're in like Millvale, Pennsylvania. What in the fuck, dude? Has this been updated? They have pinball? Let me go to the pinball. Let me go to Pinball Museum. Oh my god. My buddy bought a pinball machine. I heard they're fucking expensive as shit. They got... What am I looking at, dude? I'm all the way to pinball. They got a Facebook. Which obviously they would have a Facebook because they seem to be a genuine fucking store. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found just a general pizza store. You get like some coupons and shit, man. What? What is my life? Like, what is this? This is actually a real freaking store. This isn't even a joke. This is a real... Wait a minute. Hold on. Do they have a Twitter? They totally have a Twatter. Let me open up the Twatter. Oh my god. Like, they have a picture of, like, a kid over there. I'm going to keep all the stuff blanked out over here, like, on this side, because they have a picture of, I think, one of their children. So I'm going to keep that out of there just in case. They actually straight up have a real fucking Twitter. This is actually, you know what it is? It's as weird as finding. Remember a long time ago we found Lectonia's Bakery? This is basically Lectonia's Bakery Mark fucking 7. That was just a cookie shop. That was a bakery store. And they later messaged me and said, oh, we just have it. They actually made their own site on there just because of issues hosting it outside of there. They were actually a real fucking bakery. I mentioned like last time they had like crack cookies. And I made a joke about it, right? Being like crack. But they told me it was because of the way it sounded when it snapped. This is, I don't think they actually put it up with I think it's just like a fucking little mirror, like a linkage out of there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank's Pizza and fucking Chicken that we found. Our dough and sauce are made fresh every day. I mean, I guess in the end, this turned out to be a little bit of a fucking advertisement for Frank's Pizza and Chicken. Not really, okay? Apparently, it's your standard pizza store. Nothing shady about that. You know, that's what I love. Because there's a point where you, like, look at it and you get sick and tired of, like, kind of the same old stuff. So when, like, a pizza store, like a pizza website hits you in the face, it means a lot, personally. So thank you, Frank's Pizza and Chicken. Because you gave me quite a good giggle, mate. And frankly, Lord bless your store. I hope you have tons of amazing fun. I'm going to back out and look at something else, okay? So, have fun making pizza, and if you're ever in, I guess, Millvale, Pennsylvania, show them some love or something. You know, get a Frank's Pizza and Chicken. Never tried it in my life personally, but I assume it's got to be pretty decent, you know? I mean, they have a whole lot of fun making this website. If they put, like, 5% of the fun and giggles from this website into the pizza, I think it's probably some Ramsey-level shit, but let's go out and do something else, huh? So there's a very new site that's popped up, the Jabhat Fat al-Sham. Now, when I told you in the beginning of the series that there were sites, the reason for the deep web existing was not necessarily for maybe us here in America, Canada, the European Union, you know, because these countries typically have unregulated internet for the most part. Obviously, everyone, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the NSA doesn't track what you write on the internet. It most likely does, okay, as exposed in the PRISM documents. But the thing about us that sort of changes is that, you know, we're not out there to really witch hunt and kill people because of what they do on the internet. There are countries out there, in many parts of the world, where accessibility to the internet is limited. You go to China, the internet over there is incredibly fucking limited. You cannot look up certain things. You go to Saudi Arabia, you cannot look up certain stuff, and a lot of sites can be banned. You go to Dubai, usage of VPNs now there is allegedly illegal. All right, you go to a lot of places, and using the internet can kind of land you into some danger. And that's why a lot of people use Tor, because over here you're mostly anonymized. So here we have a group which is actually targeting to aid the Syrian revolution and alleviate the suffering and pain caused by the tyrannical dictatorship of the Assad regime. It rapidly proved to be a key player in both military and civil domains and continues to enjoy mass support locally and internationally. Now, I'm only going to look at this really quickly, just an example of what kind of good stuff you might be able to find on the deep web. Now, again, I don't know if these people are good or if these people really are bad, but I'm only looking at the keywords here. If you're trying to alleviate the suffering and pain given to the general populace, I think that's a pretty good thing. You know what I mean? The less people that are going through pain and suffering, generally the better that it is. But this group out there has posted their site on the deep web, giving a legitimate Onion address for you to look through and confirm that it is in fact real, which does not actually match the Onion link that I'm looking at. So this one could actually be completely inactive. This one's probably a dead Onion site, and this one is simply just a re-uploaded one. So my link is actually different than the one they're offering. Now, I opened up the next page of it, which is regarding the formation of the Jabhat Fat al-Sham, I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, was established in 2011 to aid the Syrian revolution and alleviate the suffering and pain caused by the tyrannical dictatorship of the Assad regime. And again, I don't want any of this to get really political in the comment section below. It's just, we're looking at this because these are a group of people that are leading a fucking revolution that they can't post openly about, because if they do, then they're putting their asses on risk, okay? I mean, they're gonna actually die if they get found out that they're doing this kind of stuff. You know, it's almost like, I find this to be the most interesting stuff because, you know, I play games a lot like this where things are so dystopian, right? And it's like you see fucking these elements in those products, in that media, and now you see it in a real fashion. Like, this is legitimate real. Like, this is as real as it even gets, you know? Like, this is an actual fucking revolution occurring. So it's always something that really sparks me. Our organization has never had an isolationist mentality, and its members have continued to fight alongside other sincere groups, strengthening their independent relationships on all battlefronts. There's an undeniable, consistent correlation between unity and victory, and this has been apparent on numerous occasions in the past. Prime example, unifying our efforts to meet the goal with our minds. So here, what do they want? They want the complete cancellation of all operations under the name of Jabhat al-Nusra, to the formation of the new independent group that has no external affiliations. Now, you know what? Honestly, I don't even know if this is like some fucking weird terrorist kind of ISIS site where they're trying to like recruit people or some shit, because that's a very big possibility, you know? Nowadays, what they'll do is they'll go onto your phones, they'll like send you a message or something. Well, they'll recruit you using modern day technologies. I like to think that these people are good. I've never heard of them in my entire life, so I'm not going to stay on this site too longer, but I just wanted to show you one of the good reasons for kind of using the deep web is to, again, a lot of people use it to stay fucking anonymous. There's a lot of people that cannot access the internet without shit really sucking for them, so they have to rely on this unionized network to really post stuff and get information out there, which is why sites like WikiLeaks are still a massive thing, because they expose what governments, corporations do, because if you started posting that shit anywhere, it could get taken down. If you post it on WikiLeaks and many of its mirrors, you know, because of an unregulated, you know, completely free open platform to talk on, that's why they're able to stay alive. Wow, I almost dropped the bottle. That's why they're able to stay alive and thrive. Relying on the Tor relay exists for a reason alone. That's one of the benefits of using this. Again, I don't know much about the site other than it's definitely something, but we're going to back out and go to something else. So this is Strange Conspiracies, and I can already tell that I've been linked to a Clearwebber just because of advertisements, and the entire layout of this is very Blogspot-ish. If you don't know what Blogger or Blogspot is, it's a very old, it was a very old service where you got to post blogs and shit. I think Google acquired it I think they acquired it at the same time they bought YouTube, but basically it's a place where you can create blogs. Of course, now it's been replaced by things like WordPress and whatnot, but here is Strange Conspiracies, the strangest conspiracy theories on the internet involving the paranormal, ALMAO activity, and real abduction cases from around the world. I don't know why I'd laugh at that. I'm sorry, because, you know, I don't know about the world, dude. There could be some real alien abductions, but then again, dude, if anyone's getting abducted, man, I like to be abducted by aliens. That'd be pretty cool. The strange black goo that comes from the earth. Is that Final Fantasy? What the fuck is this? A lot of conspiracy side and they mentioned fucking Final Fantasy 7? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is that's like the biggest throwaway ever. Like, what? Okay, hold on. All right, okay, wait. If I'm gonna see that, I gotta fucking read this with the most openest of minds. The strange black goo that comes from the Earth, nanobots and genetically engineered Morgellons. I've heard about the whole black goo stuff, but they mention it alongside, like, into the Gulf, and I'm like, of course there's going to be black goo in the Gulf. That's where the whole oil disaster happened by BP, didn't it? Anyways, I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube recently about this black goo. Many videos on the subjects have been recently released, and I wanted to delve deeper into this black goo. I've done a previous post that I think is pretty interesting about oil in my favorite video game, Final Fantasy VII. I will definitely be clicking on that. Let me actually open it just so it loads quickly through the Onion Relay. It seems that a lot of religious YouTube channels have been, man, it's always got to be religious channels. Can't there just be somebody talking about black goo? All right, it seems there's a lot of religious YouTube channels that have been coming up to the conclusion that this black goo is a residue left over in a haunted house or with demon possessions. Oh my god, demon possessions. I guess kind of like an ectoplasm residue from Ghostbusters. So the black goo, so as far as I know, black goo is just possessed alien fluid. The black goo doesn't seem to be just going through our Earth as a fossil fuel. There is more black goo falling on cities all over the world. Could it be rain? Actually, I heard there was something in Flint, Michigan about black goo, like how it was like raining from the air. And they have the whole water crisis in Michigan right now. Could it be from rain? Could it be from space? Or maybe it's from chemtrails sprayed by the... Ooh, chemtrails! Woo! Nick's going to tell me it's jet fuel. Who knows for sure? All we know is that we are all infected. All of us. We're fucked. All right, I feel it more appropriate to talk about the more interesting theories. There's a man on YouTube whose video is circulating and gaining a lot of popularity. He claims to think that this black goo has always been on Earth, which makes sense to me because when I think black goo, I immediately think of oil. Yeah, exactly. With that being said, did I write this? He also says that technology is obviously nothing new. We are given technology by visitors that made a deal with the government, yada, yada, yada. Man, I really wrote this. Gave them tools to control the population at the DNA level and bend them to their will. Ooh, they fucking conspired with the government, didn't they? Those pesky Mouse. We've heard that conspiracy before, but here's where things get interesting. The scientist claims that sometimes in our distant past, someone engineered our existing oil and altered it at a molecular level. He makes many good points. And when it comes to nanotech and genetic engineering, we are just scraping the surface with our understanding of these technologies as human beings. And actually, yes, we are. There's actually a lot of research that's beginning on nanotech and genetic engineering and things. Well, actually, genetic engineering has kind of been a goal or kind of been this toy that we've been playing with for a long time. Nanoengineering is beginning to kick in. I mean, if you seriously look up like I think there is a malleable material, like black goo-esque material that you can shape into anything, and it's a nanomaterial, and it's in its kind of full-on alpha state, infancy almost. But anyways, let's go. Let's see. It was an advanced alien race, so it has to be genetically altered anything they want. So programmed to the DNA RNA level to do what these aliens or beings need it to. Just look up programmable matter online. We have come a long way with this technology. At the conference, the speaker believes from different sources that we are dealing with your unconventional aliens, and they don't come from a far-off planet in a different solar system that Kepler knows about. No, these aliens are said to come from a different dimension. I'm going to try and make this as simple to understand as possible. I'm sure you're aware of David Icke. No. And the slightly off-the-wall approach to the blood-sucking reptilian matrix. Oh my god, I don't want to... No, I'm not going to look at reptiles in the government, okay? It's not fucking happening. They're out to make you fight and be angry and miserable all the time. By the way, I really looked at that Final Fantasy VII, like, Illuminati manifesto. I totally have to open that up. I'm sorry. That's going to have to... Anything Final Fantasy I'm going to have to click on, okay? Because that tickles my pickle. I'm going to try and make this. Let's talk about Morgellons. A Morgellon is a fiber that has been protruding from people's skin lately and is a new form of hybrid biology. Is it in a group all of its own, like a fungus, parasite, or even bacteria? These little guys are airborne, infesting our body through the air we breathe. These things are not naturally occurring on our planet. At least not in the present form. Someone has engineered these things. The official Wikipedia page calls Morgellon syndrome basically a paranoia, but it does say fibers protruding from the skin. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. All right. So once we were affected with these Morgellons fiber through aerosol-based chemical spraying given to us as messages from an Alamouse species, we have been further bioengineered from an unknown extra-dimensional alien race. Aliens are currently bioengineering us. Holy shit, this fucking plot thickens. Now, black goo. Every planet in the universe has black goo deep inside its core. This is essentially what all living things turn into, and possibly humans. After their deaths and millions of years later, we have oil, which is a false... Dude, I'm remembering that scene, from the one with the Matrix where, like, Morpheus tells him, like, this is what the world is now? And like when the babies are born in that movie, they have like the elderly that die in the Matrix, right? They get turned into goo that feeds into the babies and the cycle repeats. Holy shit, that is fucked. God damn it. All our past emotions, experiences, and memories are stored within that oil. Oh, don't go the Assassin's Creed 1 route where everything is stored in the DNA. No! I don't want to do that. Stop it. This is mixing all of the fucking media and games that I watch and play. What if a more advanced alien mouse species has already figured this out? What if they learned how to harness a data bank or a network of stored data on our planet's data bank? Who cares if it's with genetic engineering or how? The fact is it's already happened to our planet. An alien race has hacked our database. They can quite possibly not even be from another planet. They could be right here in front of us, outside of our visible light inside the multiverse. They are multidimensional beings. These guys not only hacked our planetary database, but with the Morgellons, they have hacked us in real time, but eventually fully rooted or compromised as human beings. Scientists need to stop taking bribes from big corporations, do some analysis, and be a superhero. Show the world that we have been manipulated at a grand scale. What does this mean? I'm not sure yet. I will keep everyone updated. Okay. Wow. What just happened there? Apparently, aliens have hacked into us in real time and have compromised our internal security databases, and our scientists need to go out of our way to do something and rescue humanity. We have escalated from black goo to aliens hacking us. What in the flying fuck is this week's episode? All right, let's go to the FF7, the Illuminati Manifesto. Yeah, both of them are the same. Okay, that's the conspiracies Lad was talking about. Holy shit, my fucking brain, dude. Final Fantasy was a game created by Squaresoft, now Square Enix in 1998. The game took 3 years to make. When it finally came out, it was released for the PlayStation. The game is called the best game ever, created by a number of crazy fans. Game is called the best game ever, created by a number of fans. I don't think crazy fans made it. I'm one of them. Some of the subjects in the game are very suspicious because of what is going on in our world today. I say in the title of the article that it is an Illuminati manifesto, and instead of sparking debate on whether or not the Illuminati activity exists today, let's just call it a secret society. So I do like how we can go from crazy, but the author for this actually is a pretty level-headed individual, and they're like, okay, I'm not going to confirm the Illuminati, but let's just say that it could be. So it's not like they're fucking sitting there with a tinfoil hat saying the Illuminati are fingering us and we don't even know it, When you start off the game, you begin playing as Cloud. He is a soldier member for the Shinra Company. The Shinra Company is an energy company that has ties to a corrupt government that controls the world through the power created at their Mako reactor power plants. Mako is a substance that is pumped and refined from the earth to power all of the cities. Sounds a lot like oil, doesn't it? It kind of does. It's what it is. It's a fucking fuel. In the game, they build these reactors everywhere with no regard for the people that live around them. And because of the way they refine the Mako into energy, they are very dangerous and even release what looks like harmful emissions. Cloud is a soldier first class for the Shinra Company. He wields powers unlike that of any other human. Every soldier has been genetically modified and infused with Mako energy. This changes the color of all their eyes to a light blue color. This shows that they have had exposure to the Mako energy. Once they have been altered by the Mako energy, they are given powers that allow them to harness the powers of materia. Most materia stones are infused with Mako energy that are found throughout the earth that allow people to have them to perform magical spells and abilities. Do you think any of the power companies today could be performing genetic experiments on humans? Man, BP does a lot of fucked up shit, but you should ask him. Is Esso? Is Shell? Is fucking Petro-Canada genetically engineering humans? We don't know. What are those? Yeah, let's go into this. We already know. Oh my god, I was just ripping on BP, but they actually went out of their way to mention BP. We already know that BP has genetically altered bacteria so that it can degrade oil from their huge oil spill. Yeah, it's one of the cleanup processes. But do you think humans are being altered to be better soldiers? Okay, are we really going the route that BP, an oil company, is now a fucking private military contractor? It is very possible. Why are we still so dependent on oil? Sure, the answer is obvious. We need massive amounts of energy to survive comfortably. Well, maybe there's another reason. Well, what do we really know about what oil is? Scientists today are learning more and more about the mysterious fossil fuels. Our rations are limited also. Just as in the game, Mako sources are depleting. Mako is part of a life stream. Oh, you're really gonna show me fucking Advent Children's Blu-ray shit, really? That's fucking sad meme right there. Mako is part of the life stream, as described by the game. It's where all spirits go when they die to be reborn again, and defeat the planet the information that has been collected by the soul of being here on Earth. This is all very strange take on what oil could very well possibly be. So it's a lot like the Black Goose shit. But you go down over here. Cloud is the hero of the story. Sephiroth would be considered the nemesis. Sephiroth is the most powerful of the soldier group, but he has one major difference. He was not created using the power of Mako. He was created with another energy. A huge meteor that fell from the sky. The Shinra company researched the meteor, found something called Genova. Genova is an element. Okay, it's basically describing the story of it. Then it's got some gameplay over here from Crisis Core and Final Fantasy 7, like PS1. And it both shows that Sephiroth is fucking OP as fuck, okay? And that's all fine. It's just Sephiroth. You kick his ass later. Don't worry about it. It's like all Final Fantasy games. You're not gonna fucking come on now. All right, let's be honest here. I just want to point out, like Lavos from Chrono Trigger. You think that boy's overpowered? He's not overpowered. You fuck him up at the end of the game easily, dude. Frog, Magus, and Chrono triple tech that shit dead. Anyways, I just have to get that out of the system. I just want to point out, most of the stuff I mentioned in this article must not be taken with a grain of salt. This is a story of epic proportions. In order to have an epic video game, especially an epic video game called by most the greatest video game of all time. Okay, look, we need to tone it down with the FF7 blowjobs. It's an okay game. I mean, if you really want to play a good Final Fantasy game, fire up 3 or 6 or whatever you want to call it. That's fucking grand old time. Or War of the Tactics. There you go. Play the Tactics series. Hell yeah. Anyways, but as I said in the very first paragraph of the article, what we were talking about is secret society, a society without names that runs billion-dollar companies that will always be successful with their pawns and sub-companies that run them. That is, of course, until they don't want them successful anymore. I'm flattered that they have mentioned me on GameFAQs.com. Man, because GameFAQs.com is just the most prestigious area to be mentioned, right? Okay, I just wish the gamers would have a little more brain power. Yeah, you fucking gamers, you dumb shits. Have some fucking brain cells once in your life. Come on. They quickly jumped to the Illuminati being a rumor. Like I said, the Illuminati stuff should have been squashed in the first paragraph, but let us continue. They are also quick to mention the comments from my followers on the site. Really? Who the hell are you to be judging people and what they believe? Okay, all right. Let's go down over here. We're really going crazy. Oil is a lot like Mako. The government does mean things for oil. The government group makes super soldiers. Is our government making super soldiers? A life stream is related to oil. In the scene that death stuff makes oil. Sephiroth is made from the cells of an Alamau. And do you think Sephiroth summoned supernova is a lot like a cum that could actually... Like a cum that could... Do you think the Phoenix represents the dying US? So yeah, Illuminati. The article says nothing about anything, other than the guy is into FF7 and conspiracy theories. Oh, that was somebody else posting. Oh, shit. Oh, there was somebody else making shit about this. Okay, alright. So we kind of went from the article to like... People over here... Oh yeah, there's some comments that they mentioned. We went from the article from basically talking about oil and Mako and genuinely making a very interesting... fucking parallel between the reality and the game, and then it goes into like a bitch fest about what people wrote on GameFAQs about the individual. You don't feed the trolls on GameFAQs. All right, come on now. Let's be a little more smart about this. But I think that's really all I can show you. You go to the deep web, you learn about strange conspiracies. Fucking FF7, the Illuminati. All right, okay. I mean, we've read a lot about the Illuminati, but never FF7 into it. Isn't it just coincidental how when 15 comes out, man, fucking finding FF7 shit? I love the world. But I'm going to keep this site just on my own personal bookmark. I'm going to look through it a little bit more because, it's an interesting site. I'll say that. And, sometimes you can blend video games and Alamaus and conspiracies and deep web into one video. And that's just amazing. Let's go to something else. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got our deep web video of the week, and as you can tell by the frame on the screen, it is definitely getting cold outside. I don't know what is getting cold outside, but we have chains, we have a lovely edgy red background, and I think, in a long time, we are getting in for a deep web art project, ladies and gentlemen, so I really don't know what to say other than I'm actually excited. The video is about 30 seconds in length. It's not long at all, well below our average, halfway there, but I think just because of the first frame alone and the fact that it is an edgy art project, I am fucking excited. Now let's go into this, okay? Let's hit play and just breathe it all in. So we've got the chain falling. We got that going for it. Definitely feels like, okay, too bad you can't come inside. Alright. That can be taken in a lot of ways. We are watching you. What the fuck is this, dude? You can't leave. I'm sorry. This is too much. Wait, okay, they're getting a bunch of numbers there. Alright, breathe that all in. Numbers scrolling over. I gotta say one thing. It's definitely had a very good modicum of editing into it, okay? And it ends with, "You are awake." Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's much more for me to really look at outside because it's 30 seconds in length, but I'm going to give you guys a little quick analysis through this lovely edgy art project. Now, first things first, the text that is being shown over here is definitely text that I use when I'm doing like a creepypasta video, like at the beginning of the video when you're introducing it, you have like the tape playing and then you have the VHS text lettering going on over there. So it's definitely the same fucking font, VCR OSD. I know that very well. You go over here. Now, first of all, it starts with these chains. Now, I don't know if they mean like somebody was fucking chained up in here. It's getting cold outside. Do you chain the individual outside? I have no fucking clue. And then it goes forward into this scene. And I think this is just like the pavement, like walkway to someone's place. You can't really tell what's going on because of the way that it's like captured, just because of all the unnecessary filters applied to it. You know, it almost reminds me of like Manhunt 2 when you're playing the censored version of that game. Every time you like when you do an execution, right, in Manhunt, like you sneak behind somebody, kill them, and every time in Manhunt 2, at least on a censored copy, like on the PS2, for example, you'd bash someone and the whole screen would like change into a filter where you really couldn't make a lot of it out. Like it was basically censored. You played it on the Wii and it blurred out everything completely. It was just really blurry, like you couldn't see shit. But moving on forward, after that, you get this lovely face, all right, which I think is somebody in the mask. It almost feels like, because last week we saw a video about like masked individuals, this almost feels a little bit like that, but they're apparently watching me, all right? They're watching whoever is watching this video, they're watching me, all right? And after that, they say you can't leave, and the face, like the colors over here invert, but it still has that red weird overlay on top of it. Again, what is the symbolism and messages? I don't know. I ain't no fucking deep web artist. I wouldn't know about this, but I can definitely tell you it makes no fucking sense to me, but apparently I cannot leave, and they're watching me. It sounds pretty spooky. At this point, when I paused, there's an individual wearing a top hat, all right? That's what I'm seeing on my screen. I don't know about you. And it's also, oh my god, it even has like a VCR tracking filter on top if you notice it real carefully. And then over here, it stops. And then they have numbers tossed at you. First of all, it's just 50s, it's in decimal, and then it changes a little bit to hexadecimal, and then it's a mix of both like normal, like 5s and 4s, and then it's a little bit of hexadecimal tossed in too, which is a little weird, like 4B, right? Hexadecimal numbering. And after that, it ends with, hold on, if I can get to the last frame again, yes, you are awake. All right, so basically what it's got over here, oh my god, can I just fucking, thank you. Can I go to the end? One more frame. I think if I... What the fuck? Here we go. Full screen. Now, over here, as you can see, it says ANZSTKAK. So, Kanzestikak. I don't really know what the whole symbol is. Maybe it's meant to be written like... Maybe it's meant to be like read this way. I don't really know. It's probably some form of cipher. Now, it says, are you awake? Or it asks you, are you awake? And then it has awake, 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 multiple places. Actually, it's weird. It's like, are you awake? Or are you awake? Are you awake? You are awake? Something like that. So clearly it's saying, what's your status? Are you in the middle of sleeping or are you awake? I don't really know what the answer to a lot of these edgy projects are. I think the answer lies in figuring out what the hell the decimals and the like 44s and the 50s mean in this whole entire scenario. But that's the whole thing about this. It's like when you see most of these edgy projects, it's like they're trying to play some sort of an ARG or pass on a spooky message. And it almost comes across way too contrived. Like for this one, for example, it's like, yeah, you have a spooky face to look at, but it's like, what is the fucking story? They're like, what am I supposed to be getting? Most people looking at this are just going to give up. I've already analyzed it far beyond any normal person would ever even think to do. So I guess in the end, I can ask you, what do you think this is? Is this a secret group like that gas mask group that we found one time that was apparently allegedly planning some type of assassination that never happened into fruition, thankfully? Do you think this is something of the sort? Is it something we're discovering? Or is it just somebody deciding to fuck with us? Rate this edgy art project. Let me know what you think. But I think I'm going to back out. I've analyzed this far more than I have to, so let's just get out of this and go see something else. So one of the first sites we've seen over here is Time Travel Made Easy. Welcome to Time Travelers, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I feel like I've shown this site before in a way, but I also feel like I haven't, just because of the style of the site. It's very old, so it definitely shows me it's a mirror of things. It just looks like a site from like the fucking 90s, all right? But with that all said, let's go see what time travel is all about. So they have something called the 12th chakra system. Is there life after death? Secret knowledge that you can't tell anyone. Has the second coming already happened? C20. Oh my god, 2012, dude. Oh jeez, sorry, it just brings back memories. What happens to you when you die, alright? So a lot of life's most pertinent questions, which the site seems to have all the fucking knowledge to. They have open eye meditation, which is left object, right object, and your whole field of awareness looks like some sketch artistry for a stealth action game in, you know, somewhere like the 90s or early 2000s. But let's go to the 12th chakra system. And is there life after death? But most importantly, I think we want to see secret knowledge. It says the new metaphysics, all right, which I'm not a fucking metaphysicist, so I don't even know what the old metaphysics really is. God consciousness, different kinds of consciousness. Christ consciousness, Buddhic consciousness, Krishna consciousness, cosmic consciousness, and God consciousness. And how are they different from all another? They also have public services as well. And oh my god, when a site mentions bulletin board, it's old as fuck. I'm just saying, dude. Well, let's go to the 12th chakra system. You've got a lovely PS1 era rendering of these two lovely characters. All of the physical bodies we have looked at, as well as the mental and emotional bodies we will be studying in subsequent excerpts, are related to a specific part of the spectrum as a color, and are also related to either the sun or a planet within our solar system as a particular sign of the zodiac. I believe this knowledge is understood by the Atlanteans, and represent the parent system for all subsequent astrological systems, but has been very watered down and refined over the ages into the form you see today, losing most of its original importance as relates to a method of unlocking the secrets our true nature. Okay, I think the English is a little off, but I believe the work done by these ancient metaphysical giants to be extremely valuable, and it is with this in mind that I have revived the original knowledge, and share it with you as I believe it was originally meant to be understood. Before you became involved in time and the physical universe, you shared your soul with your other half. Oh, did I now? Ooh. Upon entering a plane of duality, the two of you were separated. Now again, I'm not against the whole idea of things, it's just, it's interesting to read a whole lot of different things by different people. There is an intense desire in both of you to reunite. Okay, I gotta find my other soul half. Although you and your mate, as male and female, have the same number of centers with your physical body. Man, I don't need nobody to time me. Come on now. Alright, what is it? You gotta tell me to... Wait. Oh, wait, yeah, you can tell the site's pretty old, alright, but whatever. The emphasis due to polarities are different. In this lesson, we take a look at some of these differences. Man, you're gonna teach me fucking sex ed in a new light again? Alright, here we got white light, and that goes into male above female. Wow, dude, if Tumblr could fucking see this diagram now. Ooh, you have no idea what you're sparking there, time travelers. But apparently if you go to Crown Center all the way to the Coccyx Center, there's like multiple different centers. That's the Heart Center. It just looks like somebody was really into a fucking rainbow and just posted it on there. Now they have a life after death. The chart below is composed of information very carefully garnered in this lifetime. Okay, it's not simply a repeat of the old system left over from many centuries ago, and as such be aware this is an entirely different system based upon many different criteria. I mentioned this to prepare you for the possible shock this information might bring, not corresponding to what you have previously learned and perhaps even teach. If you recall, Jesus had trouble teaching the new message for the new age just 2,000 years ago. Yeah, I suppose. And although modern metaphysical teachers are not physically crucified, there is a great tendency to write them off as nutters, which sadly... word, dude, nutters. So fucking... whatever. Which sadly turns a difficult task into an improbable one. The old 7-chakra system, while still valid, was released onto the general populace, expressly for the 2,000-year period just finishing. By the same token now, the 12-chakra system is being released into the general population, expressly for the next 2,000-year period known as the Orange Age. Who the fuck gave you the right to decide the color for this age, by the way, may I ask? Right, that's a little annoying, alright? You just assume the color of this age. The time traveler's philosophy in no way looks upon the earlier works with disdain, and in fact incorporates the earlier work. Okay, So did we jump from a 7-chakra system to the fucking 13-chakra system? And goddamn, this graph is something, dude. They got the prudent body, upper mental body, the lower etheric body, Krishnic consciousness, Buddhic consciousness, descent. Holy shit, I cannot figure out my fucking consciousnesses. They got physical body. A lot of it's related to, like, these points. Again, how is this time travel, all right? Like, that's one of, like, I came here to learn about traveling in time, not about life after, you know, that's... It's kind of a fucking, it's kind of lying to me, you know what I mean? The health of the higher, the extremely health of the general center. It is manipulated to be the sexual body in women by Eastern mystics because it was shut down. It is also down the sex drive, and when it is activated by a healer, it occasionally results in spontaneous orgasm. When your sex center is activated by a healer, you come? What? Like, what? That's so weird. All right, let's go to secret knowledge. All right, this is the secret shit. This is what this is what you're not supposed to know. All right, the information contained in the solar akasha is verifiable by anyone willing to master the language of light. The akasha is a cinematic-like record written in time. The akashic records is usually a reference to the planetary akasha and not the solar akasha. That was my first time hearing about anything akasha. I'm convinced that stellar bodies may communicate in the language of light. The form of communication might seem a bit primitive compared to our modern-day systems, but its impact upon our understanding of creation and our place in it is astounding. One star has a particular code it sends out in the form of light. Oh man, stars, planets, codes. I'm thinking of No Man's Sky. Don't remind me of that. It sends out in the form of light in which it quite possibly communicates with other stars. Once this code is understood, all the information about the star and its solar system can also be easily understood. For example, our star has 9 planets in its immediate solar system, true, and that sentient forms of life are found on the 3rd planet is one such piece of information. Think that we could learn from the light sent from the other stars through our galaxy if we could decode their messages. So you want to take light and learn the language of said light? That's a little interesting. I mean, you know that whatever. I've seen weirder things. In my earlier studies of the solar akasha, I was dismayed to find a huge discrepancy between what I was finding. It was currently believed to be in the order of the ages as they occur in the Earth's 26,000-year cycle. At first, I believed that somehow I was misinterpreting. Let me just close this off, by the way. It's way too bright. Was believed in the order of ages. The age may have slipped into the system. If it were true, it was most likely done by the Greeks under Ptolemy, one of the 88... Okay, all right, okay. Stop. Okay, you need to stop for a second. Let's go back like fucking 1 page to this. We're going from time travel to metaphysics, all right, and all the way to like the 12th chakra system. You know, show me what's happening when I die, all right? An email to Kim. In response to your person about what happens to personality when it dies, blah, 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 the new soul progresses from one lifetime to another, or vast amounts of time, it finally reaches a point where it no longer wishes to incarnate. There is, at the momentous time, a metamorphic change from soul to oversoul. Okay, so when you keep rebirthing, you eventually reach a point where you level up for good, and you become oversoul. All right, thank you. That's all I needed to know. Let me actually see a course in time travel. Not one site that I've came into in the entire 77 episodes have left me this monumentally confused. But let's go. Okay, so they got multiple excerpts, ladies and gentlemen. Multiple excerpts. All right. Okay. Wait, what the fuck is this? Use information is first if you have mental, psychological health problem, or you are pregnant, that you consult with your doctor before pursuing the course. What the fuck do you mean pursue? Why would being pregnant prevent you from doing this? All right, okay, so it's basically a fucking course on time travel. I just want to see, what is meditation? All right, how the fuck do I travel through time? Tell me, because this is not conventional time travel. This is some new age shit. Open eye meditation is easy to learn, and by far the most powerful meditation on the planet. Above is a simple diagram showing the physical points to concentrate on, left, right. The beauty of the meditation is that it occupies the mind by reacquiring it to concentrate upon 2 things at the same time. This allows the future you, or oversoul, to begin to manifest with your field of consciousness. Usually, very powerful impressions are immediately experienced. Select a quiet, comfortable place to sit down where you will not be disturbed. Sit in a comfortable position and pick 2 objects to concentrate on. Pick an object to your left, and to look at with your left eye, pick another object to look at with your right eye. Do you fucking realize how fucking difficult that shit is? Like, my eyes work, I think most people's eyes, I'm not gonna say all, work in unison, alright? Like, if I fucking close my eyes to look at that, and I close this eye to look at that, well, dude, that's fucking difficult, dude. Like, unless, like, I knew that there were 2 objects there, like, that's, oh my god, that is so fucking even try. Okay, all right. So you gotta figure out how to do that first. I think most, like I said, it is important to stay aware of both objects and keep them within peripheral vision. That's what I was thinking. Okay, that makes more sense. Concentrate upon the equal and continuing awareness of them. To do otherwise is to drop out of meditation. Okay, so you got to really. Okay, once these are fixed, you can begin to be aware of the field of view in front of you, but not at the expense of losing focus on either object. Oh, so you got to keep these in focus. Oh, so it's like I don't know how many people know about these things, but they have like 3D, like they have these 3D images, right? That like there's 3 boxes, and like if you cross your eyes, right, like the right way, where you're like mixing it with like eventually you reach a point where those pictures combine in your eyes and become 3D. It's kind of like that. Okay, so no, I understand this, all right? It's kind of like that. That's the best analogy I can give it to you. Okay. All right. So we just had a cursory glance on this. You know what I mean? And this is one of the first time travel sites out of the only handful that I've had where, yes, it's very godly. But, like, the thing about this is there's no like building a machine to go back like 300 years. No, this is like you got to fucking reach your oversoul level, and then from there I think all of life's questions seep into your mind. That's holy shit. That is incredibly deep right now, and considering it's like god, that is oh my lord. Ugh! Wow. Okay, my mind has just gotten fucked. Okay. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, that was time travel. Okay, I don't really know where to go from there other than wow, oh my god. They're so fucking weird. They got a whole course on this. If you want to learn how to time travel by reaching your oversoul and astrally projecting yourself, I guess this is the best website to check. I'm going to go head off somewhere else, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is this? Alpha to Center. All right, welcome. Alpha Center Limited provides services for corporations, international and non-government organizations, as well as government state forces. We supply specialized hardware and personnel with highly professional operational and tactic skills, including combat experiences. Founded by former officers of Spetsnaz and other elite Russian tactical and support units, we also serve advisory roles that help train politically trustworthy government militaries. Never heard of Alpha Center. But, well, apparently it's a Russian fucking PMC, dude. They got close protection teams, special warfare units, criminal interdiction, survival and intelligence. Oh, sorry, not sorry, surveillance and intelligence, and air defense. They got fucking jets. This is a rich-ass company, dude. Alpha Center is a politically oriented company. We supply and promote Russia's state interests and state foreign policy worldwide. Before you make inquiry, please note that we do not accept client offers that could be considered a threat to the Russian Federation national security. Oh. Okay, so they're very Russian pro-PMC. Makes a lot of fucking sense. Our professional units operate in professional, like, following general fields. Bodyguards, close protection teams, surveillance, employer third party, special warfare units, air reconnaissance, pilots and engineers, air defense operations, biological warfare, interrogations, biometric ID cards, prevention of criminal operations, enhanced mechanic. Okay, wait a minute. For a site that's pretty fucking legitimate, at least like a site that's legitimate sounding, why the fuck would you ever have, like, a mirror? Or, like, why the fuck would people link this shit on there? Like, what? I mean, PMCs are not inherently an illegal service, by the way. I mean, there's plenty of security companies out there that you can actually look up to, and there have been plenty of big security companies, too. I think one of the only one that comes to my head right now is, like, Blackwater USA, which I believe got rebranded, too, entirely. And that's one of the big PMCs. And these companies are not inherently illegal. They're very there. In Canada, we actually have a developing problem with too much privatized military or security control. But, you know, I mean, I guess whatever the deep web likes to, or whatever, like, anybody likes to link off it is pretty interesting. I'm going to try opening up some of these. But they've got Alpha Cipher. It says they don't accept applications with prior experience. What? No applicants with prior experience. We only accept applications from prior experience. Okay, so they basically want actually trained individuals. Like, this ain't no first party. Like, this ain't no first time to tango with these people. They're actual professionals, apparently. No applications from the USA, UK, or Israel. So any country from wow, that's Yeah, they're very politically charged if they're not accepting allies from any of those places. That's something. We do not subcontract security operators, so everyone works for them. Now, apparently, they're located in Kuznetsky, Most Strength 19/11, in Moscow 101000, Russian Federation. Is that actually like a real fucking place for Alpha Center? Like, I mean, why the fuck would anybody link this off? It's so weird. Like, this site, like, it's not like it's a scary site. Actually, no, it's kind of fucking spooky if you think about it, though. Like, this, like, usually I tell you, are there legit or unlegit site? I mean, this site's throwing its own fucking advertising out there. It literally says it's a private military company. Why the fuck would you need to be hidden or, like, try? I don't know. I don't know, dude. This is spooky. It feels like, you know what? This episode has been really conspiracy hidden, and I'm about to list off a conspiracy too, man. There's just something about this site. Like, if you compare this to, like, other PMC sites, there's not a whole lot that you can really dig out. This one just has a weird, like, look to it, dude. It looks a lot like something out of Metal Gear Solid 4's world of PMCs, you know, like Puve Armament, Raven Sword, fucking the Russian PMC they had. This one looks a little weird to me, dude. So I don't know, man. Maybe I haven't covered the real group. I mean, they list off an address, like they're actually legit though too. Like they've got a Kuznetsky, Most Strength or something like that. 19. They actually have a fucking address. So I don't know, dude. They said their company offers high salaries, generous benefits, and retirement plans. All right, well, you got a very politically charged Russian site hiring people to fight for them. That's Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. This could all be some fake shit, but I don't know. It's passing it off to be something real. I mean, they got an English version, and we are reading the English, but they got the Cyrillic version up there too. So it's like, the fuck? I don't really know what to think, dude. But what I know is I'm gonna back out of this shit and leave it to something else, right? And ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 77. We've learned how to astrally project ourselves in time travel, looked at a legitimate PMC, I think, that has pretty much the spookiest website in existence that I might have seen for a legitimate business of that nature. We've seen a pizza advertisement, I guess you could say, a pizza shop being linked. We've seen conspiracy theory sites with Final Fantasy VII thrown into the mix because, you know, why the fuck not? As well as life-ruining services. So I think all in all, we've had a mix of multiple different things. I think it's more conspiracy-laden, but even the conspiracy side of it is intertwined with so many other aspects of media and everything. So that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this fine Sunday of Deep Web Browsing. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike. This has been Deep Web Browsing, episode number 77. I hope you have an amazing day. I am out.